When it comes to being prepared in food storage, two of the hardest things to prepare for is your proteins and your water. Today I want to talk about proteins and give you a practical reason. One, why I have chickens. Two, why you should be looking at freeze-dried eggs. When you freeze dry raw eggs, it makes it really easy to store. They can last up to 25 years. You can turn them right into scrambled eggs or you can use them in your baking. It doesn't take anything to do. It's really simple, and I'm just going to run you through how I do it. If you've watched freeze drying videos before, I'm not going to bore you with all that beginning stuff. I'm sure you've seen it before. The trays going in and out of the freeze dryer. Freeze drying is actually really boring. Once you put the trays in the freeze dryer and push the button, you're done for 24 to 48 hours. The machine does everything for you. These trays here just came out of the freeze dryer. So I've got 1.5 pounds of just scrambled eggs on each tray. And when I say scrambled, I literally took them from the chicken coop, broke them into the Ninja blender, blended them up, and poured them on the trays. I didn't scramble them on the oven first. And now we're at the point where most of the time you're going to crumple them up, get them ready to go into long-term storage, which we are going to do. But we are also going to take some of that powder and I'm going to show you how it reconstitutes into cooked eggs and how easy it is. I know freeze drying's been around for quite a while, but a lot of people still don't know a whole lot about it. And a lot of times when something's brand new like that, or there's something you don't know, and because the freeze dryers are so expensive, you really can't get into on your own, you kind of shy away from it, even buying the freeze dried stuff in the stores. Because now you can buy it in Walmart, Cabela's, really anywhere you go. And the cool thing now is you don't have to have one of these expensive freeze dryers of your own. You can go on Amazon, you can go to Walmart, whatever you want to do, and buy the giant cans of freeze-dried egg powder that's exactly like what I'm about to show you here. And that's why I want to show you how easy it is to reconstitute egg powder. First thing, and one of the most important, is wash your hands before and after you do this, because you are handling raw eggs. Also, while you're doing this, take the precautions to not rub your eyes, touch your nose, touch your mouth, because you are handling raw eggs and you just want to be as safe as possible. So what I like to do is grab the big Ziploc bags, the big, I think that's the gallon size. And all we're going to do is take the powder from the tray. And if you look, it is absolutely a powder. We're going to take all the egg powder from the tray, we're going to stick it in the Ziploc bag, and we're just going to crush it up from the outside. So in the interest of not making you watch every little step and wasting your time, we're only going to do one tray this way. Then we're going to go on to using the powder and how to reconstitute it. All I do is squeeze the air out of the Ziploc bag just to make it more flexible. And then just go through and work it from the outside. Another way to do it is you can get the rolling pin and just roll it back and forth on the bag. You can take your aggressions out on it and just beat it up, whatever you want to do. And you'll just see the more you do it, the finer the powder actually gets. And you don't need it like baby powder. It doesn't have to be that fine. You're going to be taking tablespoon scoops out of this when you do it. And that should be just fine. And now all we're going to do is reconstitute the powder and show you how it comes right back to where it was when you cracked the egg and put it in the Ninja. All you're going to need is a coffee cup. Well, you can use coffee cup, you can use measuring cup, but everything I have has something about coffee on it. And what I do, and it's a roundabout number, I got it from Live Life Simple here on YouTube, a dedicated freeze drying channel, so definitely go watch them. That's where I learned whenever I first got into freeze drying. So he does a ton of nothing but freeze drying videos. But what he said a long time ago is 2 tablespoons of powder to 2 tablespoons of water is 1 egg. And I've stuck with that ever since. And I think we'll do a 3 egg. So 6 tablespoons of powder. And then follow it up with 6 tablespoons of just regular water. 4, 5, and 6. Just like when you're making scrambled eggs now, you want to go through and mix it up really good. Now the key is let it sit in the water for a little while so it can rehydrate. If you act too quick on this, your eggs are going to turn out funky. And just like that, you went from a long-term storage powder to scrambled eggs. Now, one of the cool things that I found, especially from the freeze-dried egg part, is you can't tell the difference when you're making them back into scrambled eggs. They taste just like the day you would have done them right from the egg. So now let's find out what a dozen eggs in powder form would weigh. We're zeroed out. Now remember, this is 24 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of powder, 2 tablespoons of water, 1 egg. We went from about 2 pounds of egg raw to 0.15 pounds. Now, one of the things that I figured out after doing freeze drying for a while and screwing up, so hopefully this helps you not screw up, how you store your freeze dried materials is vital. I can't stress enough to make sure that it's airtight. Get as much air out of that bag as possible, or however you're going to store it. When the freeze dried candy phase hit, we did a whole bunch of it, and a year later in a regular Mylar bag with an oxygen absorber, air had gotten in there and it had started getting chewy again. So if you've stuck around this long, I think you're really going to like what you see next. The best way that I have found to store all your freeze-dried stuff is the Avid Armor vacuum sealer. So all we're going to do is take our vacuum seal bag and we're going to pour all the egg powder into the bag. Now it may be an unneeded step because of what we're about to do with the Avid Armor, but I still put an oxygen absorber in there just in case. Tap it all down really good. Get that oxygen absorber there in the middle. And then let's show you this crazy machine. Just like the freeze dryer, this machine does everything for you. Now, little tip from someone who's been doing this for a long time. If your bag keeps vibrating out from underneath this little clamp, because we're not using the 8x10 or 8x11, whatever it is, then I'll show you a trick. I take a mason jar and just put it right here on the bottom. So I keep these mason jars here so I can put it right in there, and that'll stop it from sliding down. This thing vibrates as the vacuum's going. Let's try again. And just like that, you have airtight 12 powdered eggs that'll fit in the palm of your hand. Now, if you're making these for yourself, you can stop right there if you wanted to. I don't like to let light penetrate, and although it may or may not, I don't know on powdered stuff like this, do anything. But I do have many in my storage closet that I just write right on it. 12 eggs, 2 tablespoons powder, 2 tablespoons water equals 1 egg. Write that right on it, toss it in your storage. It's rock hard. You're not going to hurt this. But because we're doing it the chili prepper way, and because I'm going to start offering this stuff to every one of you out there for sale, to where you can put it in your preps, coming straight from my chickens, the way you know I take care of my chickens, you'll love it. I'm working on labels right now to explain, to put on the front to explain what it is. But until we get that, we put the chili prepper seal of approval right on the front of the bag. That way you know where it came from. Now I'm not going to cut any of this bag. I like to leave the excess bag there. That way if it is an emergency situation, you've got it in a bug out bag, you've got it in a camping bag, you're out hiking, you're stranded, whatever. You can put your powder and your water in this pouch and actually cook it in the water. So all I'm going to do is fold over the excess, put it in a Mylar bag, extra protection. Now the Mylar bag already has the Ziploc zipper built into it. All we're going to do is stick one of the chili pepper cards in there. Seal it up tight. And then I put a heat seal right across the top. That's a dozen eggs in a vacuum sealed bag in a Mylar sealed bag. This should outlast the roaches. So now you all know how they take eggs, bring it to this, and finish in this, and put it in your home, in your stockpile. There's a dozen eggs in there ready to be eaten anytime you're ready for them. In my opinion, any way you can get protein into your stockpiles is a good thing. You can get your canned meats and your dry meats, things like that, but most of them take up a lot of space and they're heavy. This weighs almost nothing. You can even fold this bag if you needed to, but you stick it in a backpack, take it with you camping or hiking, or if you had to bug out, and you've got a dozen eggs ready to add some water and throw over a flame. You really can't beat that, and that's why I fell in love with freeze drying the eggs. So if any of you out there are interested in purchasing eggs from my chickens that you've seen raised right here on the channel, send me a message down below or send me an email at thechiliprepper@gmail.com. I'm working out the cost on these, but if you would, let me know what you think the price for a dozen freeze-dried eggs packaged this way should be. Don't forget, you don't have to be a prepper to be prepared. And I just showed you one more way that's easy to be prepared. We'll see you on the next one.